Winner moves on. Loser sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild card game. It's the one-game American League wild card playoff between the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to another edition of baseball on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, everyone has different opinions about these one-game wild card matchups. Kind of tough that your season comes down to this after such a long season, but it certainly creates a lot of excitement and drama. The pressure's on, so we'll see who handles it better and finds a way to win.
The old holdout purists may scoff, but I got to tell you, this is as exciting as it gets, folks. One game to decide who moves on. It's the wild card playoff on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 New York Yankees.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to survive the wild card game.
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that can work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
Luis Severino gets the nod here at home for the American League wildcard game. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Luis Severino's really turned himself into an all-around pitcher. Came out of the bullpen early in his career for the Yankees. Big fastball, 96 to 100 miles an hour. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better. And one of the things he does better than anybody in the league right now, maintains his velocity. He'll be 96, 97 in the first, 96, 97 in the seventh or eighth. Power arm, one of the best all-around arms in the game.
So striding forward now, Marcus Semien. He'll get us started in this
Leading
one under the lights.
Oakland, the shortstop, Marcus Semien.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's just 1 for 6. Semien in an 0-2 hole here.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at bat, but he hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
And it's fouled away. Severino, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Here's another 0-2. This is popped up. LeMahieu in foul ground makes the play, 1 away.
Batting second, the left field.
And that'll bring in Ramon
22.
Laureano. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Game time temperature here an even 60 degrees. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1 out, nobody on. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. you still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
That's the ball.
And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
The 1-2. And another foul ball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a two-seamer, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the A's. So stepping in, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike one. To short, hit hard. Simeon's got it. And there's one away. So one away here with the bases empty. And that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. First offering on its way. And he gets ahead 0-1. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did, and looking at it again on show track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. And this is on the ground is short. Could be two. Profar for one. Relay to Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires the side. An inning in the books tonight. Still scoreless here on MLB Network. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olsen. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's 1 for 5. Well behind that fastball. That's a swinging strike. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball and he can't catch up to the express.
So now it's Mark Canha as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Hicks going back out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin carried that one right out of here.
Here's Chris Davis now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, one run feels like 3 or 4.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1. Piscotty, a California-born ball player. He was a first-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
Swing and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. But the A's hit the board first on this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 in favor of the A's. Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
The left fielder.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. That was pretty obvious in live action that that ball was hit hard. And after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo. An impressive swing of the bat. Stepping in now, Aaron Hicks. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. From the stretch. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. He pulls into second safely as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit. Lacing a double of his own could be a big inning if this continues.
First pitch on its way. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. His previous history with Mike Fiers, he's got 3 base hits in 22 tries. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Lined hard toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. And not in time as the run scores. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Stepping into the box, Didi Gregorius, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike. From the stretch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A two-run blast to straightaway right field as the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead. Standing in now, Gary Sanchez.
Gary.
As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
This lineup has a chance to knock this guy right out of the game. 4 runs in the inning, and they smell blood.
Boy, Dero, you hit the nail right on the head right now. This is a team that can score some runs. They have a pitcher that's reeling right now. They need to knock him out and knock him out ASAP.
Left side of the infield into the shift. And there's one down now. Now at the plate, Gio Urshela.
Gio Urshela.
Here's the first pitch to him. In there for strike one.
0-1.
4 runs here in this half inning. Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Urshela leads off first with 1 away. Bouncer up the middle, taken in by Simeon. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 base hits, no errors, and no one left.
Leading off for the Athletic.
Leading off the inning, Jurickson Profar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And there's ball 1. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you gotta be ready for the heater.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he popped him up. LeMahieu has room in foul territory, and he brings it in on the warning track. Striding in, Marcus Semien. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball 1-0. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Are gone in order. They trail it 4-1.
Leading off
Stepping up now,
Yankees,
Aaron Judge. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Ready now, Torres.
The second baseman, Torres.
First pitch of the at-bat. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 2-run shot to left center, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. Into the box now, Giancarlo Stanton. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now another one hit deep to left. Laureano looking up. Gone. Back-to-back homers. It's a solo blast off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton as it's now a 6-run ball game.
I'll tell you, the guy in the bump is wishing there was a mercy rule in professional baseball right about now. Hey, but there's no such luck. He's just got to own those back-to-back homers and the rest of it until he gets off the hook, which might be very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll make a beeline for the showers, I'm sure, as he's going to want to put this awful night behind him as quickly as possible. Popped him up. Simeon will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Edwin Encarnacion now. In previous matchups with Yusmeiro Petit, he's a .333 hitter. He's taken him deep once. Here comes the first pitch. Weak grounder down the line at third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Here's Didi Gregorius. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ramon Laureano. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Now batting, the third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Now batting.
At the plate, Matt Olson. He looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ballgame, and that ends the inning. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters, from their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
Thank you, Heidi. Kenna is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1.
The batter.
And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. Clearly not the postseason outing he had envisioned.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Lined into left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. After that high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Here's big Aaron Judge. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. As he arrives at second without a play, as they also score a pair of runs on the play. Now that had to feel good because it was one of those that you don't even feel the ball hit your bat. Show track tells us he blasted it out there at 115 miles an hour. So yeah, he squared it up about as good as you can. Into the box, Torres, as he rips it on the ground to second. Pro gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. Runner in scoring position with Sagan.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Long 2-run homer off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. His 2nd of the game as the blowout continues.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron.
In now, Aaron Hicks. Drilled right back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Standing in now, Edwin Encarnacion, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Count remains at 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Drives it out to deep right center field. Hicks on the move. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
Chris Davis.
Stepping in now, Chris Davis. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Popped him up. Urshela shading to his right. And he brings it in on the warning track. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
The 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. Late swing there on the changeup. Couldn't make up his mind, I guess. It's strike 2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
The 1-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Sanchez waits on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Jurickson Profar looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
In there, strike 2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends. Digging in now, Didi Gregorius. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Simeon's there. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher.
Now to the plate, Gary Sanchez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB. Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. But it's backed up well, so luckily there will be no advance.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. Driven nicely into the gap. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Now back.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity. Go get ahead, strike 1. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And this will find the wall out near Monument Valley. Urshela is on his way home. He scores as they extend their lead even further.
When it left the bat, I thought the outfielder had a beat on it. Gave it a heck of an effort, going high for it, but he just can't bring it down. The run came across to score, and he's safely at second, hoping his teammates can return the favor.
Here comes the first pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Torres. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A bouncer to the left side. Simeon's got it. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Stepping in, Josh Fegley. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard-hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Here's Hicks to put it away, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 10.
So 1 gone for the A's in their half of the 6th. And up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Semien. One run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And this one bounds around against the wall. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
You take a look at this
Now
one as it
batting.
flies into the
Number
gap.
22.
Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Into the box, Ramon Laureano. Guess he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Another 0-2 home. Fouled off. Semien takes his lead at third with 1 away. And he fouls this one off. Now another 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
No balls and a strike to count. From the stretch. And he takes this one high, 1-1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
The 1-2. Catches the corner, got him looking. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his 2nd home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. First pitch on its way. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. His third home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
Lou Trevino gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. Hit hard up the middle. And that's in there for a base hit, his third hit of the game.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Standing in now, Edwin Encarnacion. Fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. Gone into Monument Park.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Stepping in now, Didi Gregorius. And he puts it on the ground to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
In now, Gary Sanchez. Line drive to left. Laureano is going to get there as he backs up to put it away. And there are 2 gone now.
Third baseman, Gio
At the plate, Gio Urshela. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Piscotty's there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So 4 runs in. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Olson. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
No balls and 1 strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-2 gets him looking up around the letters. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side. There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Wow, 9 home runs. D-Rodan, when's the last time you saw a power performance like this from two competing teams?
Yeah, hey, Matty V, this big ballpark in the Bronx has that short porch in right field, D-Row, but you can hit the ball out of just about any part of this ballpark.
Yeah, this place plays sneaky small. I know it's got big gaps, but right field is so juicy. As a right-handed hitter, you don't feel like you have to cheat. Not surprised by what we saw today.
A ball and a strike now. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Into the box now, Jurickson Profar. Third trip to the plate for him.
Profar.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Here's the first pitch to him. Right back to him, and it's off his shoe. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field. Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound.
Please.
And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight.
Adam.
So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Ottavino, the former Colorado Rocky, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory. Ryan Buchter enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right.
Leading off for the Yankees, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch is popped up. Olsen is there for it. 1 out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
One gone here in the Yankee seventh, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Heading after it is Piscotty. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting,
Giancarlo Stanton will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ballgame as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Here comes the first pitch. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Gone! A solo shot here to left. His 4th in the ballgame as this lead got even wider.
You know, talk about having a great day. 4 home runs in one game. I would say that's more than great. That's a spectacular day.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. This one also hit deep to left field. Laureano ranging back. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. Jake Diekman comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Jake Diekman.
Standing in now, Edwin Encarnacion. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. And they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs.
Well, this is amazing right here. 3 home runs in a row. I've actually been a part of a similar situation sandwiched in between Rafael Furcal and Gary Sheffield back in the early 2000s. What a moment. All the boys are going nuts. For 3 guys to do it, it's pretty special.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ready with the 0-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. And he'll settle under it. But he can't hold on to it. Oh, boy. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Gary Sanchez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Simeon has got it, and the side is retired. Tommy Canley has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Stepping into the box, Marcus Simeon. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn.
1-2. Fouled away. Now another 1-2. Another one sent foul. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Settling in now, Ramon Laureano. His career numbers in this matchup, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Canley, a 6'1" right-hander. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Next up for the A's, Matt Chapman. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Coming to the plate now, Gio Urshela, and we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's out number one.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Now at the plate, DJ LeMahieu. His past history with Jake Diekman. He's gone 3 for 4. He also has 1 home run. From the stretch. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing carried off the wall.
99.
Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Laureano is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Torres. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set and the pitch. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Sure, you know what's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. Blake Treinen enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
39, Blake Treinen.
Stepping in now, Giancarlo Stanton, as he'll go after the first pitch and promptly line one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
That one just kept going and going. You won't see many long balls hit farther than that this season, and as Show Track tells us, it carried a projected 460 feet. That's big boy territory.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Edwin
In now, Edwin Encarnacion. Now this one is crushed, also to deep center. Kenna going back on it, and it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs.
Well, you have a great night in hockey, score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick, but how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
Joaquin Soria comes on the pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box, Didi Gregorius, as he swings and hits a laser to right. Piscotty is there, and he puts it away to stop. Early bat around here is 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5.
Off for Oakland, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Chad Green comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Here's the first pitch. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball one. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
Popped up. Urshela is there. He's got it one away.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Into the box, Mark Hanna. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Here's the first pitch. And he's way off balance with the swing there. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Hey guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
Tried to run that two-seamer back to the outside corner. Good pitch, but it misses 1-2. LeMahieu's got it. And it's fouled away. Ready with another two-strike offering. Shot towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 2.
At the plate now is the designated hitter, Chris Davis. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Pulls the string on that one. One strike. His prior history versus this arm, he's 2 for 3. He's taken him deep once. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there. Let's see the approach right here. I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, maybe choke up and try and work the ball.
Throw is in time, and they will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
Wow, talk about a do-or-die situation. Amazing. They find a way to win the wild card game and advance to the division series. I know the home crowd made a difference cheering them on, and now they have all the momentum going into the next round.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And the Yankees were given a big boost tonight by the performance of this man, Giancarlo Stanton. Can't ask for much more. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered with runners in scoring position a couple of times in this one. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was obviously a huge factor in them claiming the victory here.
So for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire great crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching the American League Wildcard game.